What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Warzone Wednesday podcast. This is episode number 3, which we finally got out. It's been a little bit of a mental couple of weeks for both myself and Dave. We've not managed to align our schedules. I've had some life stuff going on. Dave decided to go and live in the wilderness for a week and go fishing. So yeah, we've not really had a chance to get together and give you the next episode of the pod. But we are finally here. Dave, how you doing?
Not too bad.
How was your fishing trip?
It was good. Never do anything for my birthdays, and this was my big 4-0.
Yeah. So
went away for 4 days. That was a good laugh.
What was your
good time?
What was your KD around the lake then?
KD 0. It was 0, but it was good. It was good socials. So yeah, it was nice to get away. Nice to do something for my birthday for once. So.
Yeah. Good. So we've got so much to talk about. Obviously, we missed the season 2 launch day.
Was that when I was away?
That was when you was away. Yeah, it was.
And then we were supposed to do one last week. It was Valentine's.
Yep. So we
both forgot.
Neither of us wanted to live in a doghouse, so we we rescheduled that one. So we've got a lot of changes. I mean, so I say there's a lot of changes. I don't know about Big Map actually, because I've not even opened it since the game launched.
No, I was actually going to say to you that I have not played Big Map since, or Battle Royale if you want to say, since I've come back from the fishing trip, because Rank Play's been out since.
So I've not. Now I know I've seen a few things where there's been some buy stations moved around, but apart from that, I don't think there's many changes on the Big Map. Like, I know someone in the comments below, correct me if I'm wrong. I've just not played it. Just not at the time.
No.
So we've been playing ranked. So opening thoughts, what do you think? How are you finding it?
What I said on the last podcast, that I didn't like Fortune's Keep.
Yeah.
Correct?
You did say that.
But obviously, I've enjoyed it more this time round. And I think that's probably because they took out all the resurgence maps, didn't they?
Yeah.
So we only had Fortune's Keep right at the beginning. And, you know me, I'm a ranked player. Not so much multi-ranked, but ranked player is just rewarding, isn't it?
Yeah.
So obviously playing it since I come back, probably on the Friday or the Saturday, I can't remember.
Yeah.
That I've enjoyed it, but is that more with ranked or is it more map? I don't know. I enjoy the rank. That's it. I play it because it's rewarding.
Yeah, you enjoy it. So map changes. Obviously, like you said, you didn't really play Fortune's Keep.
No.
I loved Fortune's Keep. One of my favourite maps of all time. I'll put it out there. Loads of people won't agree with me, but I loved it. I loved the way it played. There's quite a few changes within the map. If you haven't played it before, you won't know about it. Like you say, you've not really played it to know. Mainly structural changes, some buildings that are broken and crumbling that were there. Towers that aren't there anymore or broken. The middle of the map was just like one big cave system, which I
do remember that.
There is still a part of it, which is now called Ground Zero, I think, and you've got like a little laboratory thing down there. I think they're quite good changes. I mean, although there is still tunnels under there, they're not as ratty and campy as what they was previously. So, and then that whole area from above, it's quite open, so people can't really sort of hide down there. Once you're in that little crater, you have to sort of get into the tunnels, or you're going to get beamed from above, aren't you? So
I don't really. I can't. There was so much going on with obviously Rebirth Island when it was out before, and obviously I enjoy playing Rebirth Island, so I never gave Fortune's Keep probably a chance. I probably gave it a few games, and I was like, no. When you land in Keep and things like that, it's just this. It feels such a tight area, and there's so many teams there. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So you're constantly being third party, regardless of when you play it, even now. So it's growing on me.
Yeah.
But it's like, again, is it ranked or is it the map? So I didn't give Fortune's Keep a big enough chance, first of all, and I'm starting to know the map more now.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I think to be fair. I think it's a combination of both. So I've always liked the map. I think their map plays really well. Even before the ranked thing, I think it played really well. So obviously the ranked element of it has just made it more rewarding, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I understand that. But that's what I'm playing it for.
Yeah.
I think if the rank wasn't out and it would have been playing it, no.
Yeah, I think that reward sort of element to the game is what makes it the most sort of fun. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's I don't know.
You say it's fun, but then you get into sweaty lobbies and you fuck.
And you get stressed right out.
No, it is fun. Obviously, I think when I first started playing right at the beginning, it was so sweaty. Nothing was organised. Like, it was always playing iridescent players and things like that, gold or something like that. And it seems more level playing field now. Yeah. So obviously, as more time goes along, obviously people will be putting their right slots as such. So
yeah, I think when they launched it, they did say that for the first couple of weeks, the lobbies will be a lot more relaxed when it comes to SBMM, purely because some people will really quickly reach sort of like iridescent or crimson, and there's not going to be enough people in that pool of that rank that can actually fill a lobby. Obviously, as the weeks go on and everyone starts sort of leveling out, there'll be more people in each rank that they can successfully fill each lobby.
Yeah. I remember. I think you told me that, didn't you? And it is getting that way.
Yeah.
I sat in with a couple of guys last night, and it was just a sweat fest.
Yeah.
But we was landing graveyard, and it was literally just had every team on you.
It is such a sweaty place to drop, isn't it, graveyard?
It is. Yeah. I don't normally drop there. I drop station now. Station, pier area, and work way in always, regardless. So you always get a couple of teams there, and anyway, and if you can wipe them, then you're on a front foot already. So
yeah. Yes. So, in terms of ranked play, then,
yeah.
Do you feel like ranked resurgence works? Obviously, we've had it before, which it was big map, it was battle royale style. So now we've had ranked gameplay for a couple of weeks now. Do you think it works? Do you prefer it? Do you prefer battle royale? What's your opinion?
I enjoy it. I think that's the main thing. If you enjoy something, you keep going back there, right?
Yeah.
I enjoy it. So does that mean, do I think it works? Yes, I think it works. I think once you've got your head around, like, obviously the death tolls and the way the SR works, I think I keep going back to it. And like I said to you before, would I play it if rank wasn't it? Probably not. So it must work if I enjoy going back to it. And I think there's probably a lot of people thinking that, but I also think a lot of people thinking in the same boat that I was thinking at the beginning, that it was so sweaty. So a casual player might come in that doesn't play that much and won't enjoy it. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
But maybe now everything's leveled off. I think, you level up so quick at the beginning.
Yeah.
Or you rank up so quick at the beginning. I do enjoy it. I think it works. I just what I don't get is you win a couple of games and it immediately puts you in them games after you don't look forward to, because you know you're going to be in sweaty lobbies. That shouldn't be the case. I don't know why that happens.
Yeah.
You win a couple of games, and even before them couple of games that you win, or whatever it is, you come second. It's an average. It's a good, okay playing field. You get deaths, you get kills. It's enjoyable. But then, as soon as you win them couple of games, it's like when you play pubs. You win a couple of games, and then boom, you're in sweatier lobby straight away. And I don't know why it does that, because I've played 5 or 6 games after a winning game, and I'm telling you now, them games are completely different from the first 5 games you played.
Yeah.
You get that win, they change. So, is it enjoyable? Yes, I enjoy it.
So, I think theoretically, after a couple of weeks, once everyone sort of leveled out and found their sort of rank, in my opinion, you shouldn't be in a lobby with anyone other than your rank, because we've only got 50 people in a lobby. Like, surely, if you're at gold, surely there's more than 50 other gold players on, unless obviously like every single player in the world's playing at exactly the same time. Then obviously it's not, you're going to have more of a mixture, but at the best of times, surely you're going to have the lobbies should be more even, because they're smaller.
But you say that, it was last night I was only in diamond lobbies. I never saw in plat lobbies. I never saw any diamonds.
Yeah.
I never saw any golds or anything like that.
Oh, so really?
It was they're all plats.
Oh, okay.
I never came across someone that was that was in Diamond or anything like that. It was just they were super good.
Yeah.
Which is understandable. That might not be their platform. They might be higher up, going
still working their way through. Yeah,
basically. But it's. I understand what you're saying. I think that's correct. But when you win a game, it just seems like you're getting put in that top bracket of your rank.
Yeah.
And really, you should just let it play out as it has been playing out. You win a game. It's good. You're not going to win every game, so don't start. It's enjoyable up until that point when you think, oh god,
yeah,
it's gonna get sweaty, and it's the case every time, regardless of what you're in.
Yeah,
it just, I feel like obviously silver players, if that's their level, I think if they win a game, they go yes, and then straight away you're demeaned by being put in sweatier silver lobbies or whatever you want to put. It just doesn't add up. Like obviously at the beginning, it was we was in with diamonds even when you was gold.
Yeah.
So it was all over the place. But now I think obviously they've made it better, but then they've added in that thing of you win a game, boom, you're straight into sweaty lobbies.
So do you think it works? So like if you win a game, you just reset your game and then go back in. Do you know what I mean? Because it almost seems like the top half of the lobby go into like one game and the bottom half of the lobby go into another one. Do you know what? Like you say, if you have a couple of bad games, you sort of seem to get like a level game where you can sort of gain a little bit back. But if you go on too much of a streak, it just seems to be pure sweat fest. Like the other night when we was playing, and we ended up with bloody diamonds, and I think there was crimsons in there. And I mean, it's good to come up against better players because you see how you fare up against them. But I don't know, it just, like you say, the lobbies just seem to be a bit up and down.
I don't mind a tough lobby.
Yeah.
Don't mind a tough lobby. It's when you just go above that level.
Yeah.
Because it's like they're punishing you for having a good game.
Yeah.
It's like, crap, I don't want to have a good game. I just want to keep lobbies like this.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So, it worked. What about you? What do you think about it?
I mean, I'm up and down because, I mean, we are going to come on to the next point. The SR system for me is wrong. In terms of gameplay, I feel like there's things you could do to make the game flow better. Like, we was playing the other night, we rotated to centre circle, and there's a team sat dead centre circle that had probably been there for a half hour.
Yeah.
Claymores and all the doors just hiding in corners of a room. Like, I mean,
oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I mean, the thing is like, look, if you're playing a competitive game, play it competitively. Don't sit in the centre of a circle like a fucking little bitch with claymores on the door, all standing on tables in one corner each. Like, if you want to go and do that, go and play fucking pubs. Stop being a fucking bitch. You're meant to be gaining SR by getting kills, and I feel like this whole camping to end thing, because you at certain levels you can level out and level up by literally camping till the end. It's not a competitive game. Do you like we have discussed? So for me, a competitive Warzone game is how you would play it if you was playing for £1 million. You're playing as a team. You're trying to get the kills because when you're playing in competitions, you have to get the kills to get your points up. It's all fine you're winning the game, but if you win the game with 1 kill between the 3 of you, that's only 2 points because it's a 2-point multiplier. You need to be getting higher kills and higher placement, and that's how it should all be aimed at. But this is not. So up until probably Diamond, you could probably camp centre circle with very minimal kills, and the placement points will rank you up. And it shouldn't be aimed like that. It should be aimed at people playing competitively. It should be your best team with your best comms, rotating in the right way, pushing teams in the right way, getting kills, getting taps if you have to because you're a bitch and you need taps, and I don't agree with that either. Do you know what I mean? It's all these little things in the game that I think sort of aren't part of a proper competitive game. That, while we're on the subject, taps. Why would you have taps in a game? Like we've discussed, if you're in a building and you down someone and they're behind cover, your teammate will run across open ground in front of 5 teams to try and get a tap for a few more points. You would never do that in a competitive game because you're going to die. and it's do you know what I mean? That kill, where if you get that full kill as a player, it counts as a kill. But in this game, you have to let your players tap it for extra points. That's not a competitive part of the game. That would not work in a competitive game. You would never make the plays and the rotations to get taps in a real competitive game.
But rank's never been. This is our second rank, right?
Yep, second one.
So the rank has always been like that.
But
the very first one.
But it shouldn't be.
Yeah, but it's different to. Let's just say, like you're saying, it's for £1 million. You're not going to go running across there for taps. You're right. It's completely different, isn't it? Compared to rank, I've always tapped.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? Or I say taps, get your taps in. So it's hard for me. It's a different game mode as such, unless it's like, I know what you mean by multiplayer. Should it be like that?
But what you got to think, right, is ranked play is proving how good you are. Do you know what I mean? It's proving you're the best at this game. Whatever rank you reach, you've got to own that and be honest with yourself and say, that is how good I am at the game. Even if you only manage to reach silver, unfortunately, that's how good you are at the game. There shouldn't be a cheesy way for you to become gold just to fucking make yourself feel better, because it's not realistic, is it? Do you know what I mean?
No, yeah.
Now
I can see it from both views, if I'm honest. I've always tapped. I think obviously you need them taps when you go higher up because it's points. And then if there was a different way where you didn't need to do it, then no one would be getting the taps. I understand that.
But that's what I'm saying. So if you took that out, do you know what the only difference would be? Would be that they would have to lower all of the levels to reach each rank. That's all. That's the only thing that would change, because
make everything complicated.
Because that amount of points wouldn't be up for grabs. Do you see what I mean? Because the lobbies die out too quickly. That's why you see all the top 250 and iridescent players. They're all getting taps because it's not like I see people dropping like 30 kills combined in the team, and they're only just getting positive SR.
Yeah, because I have been watching as well.
And the lobbies die out so quick. I get the team kills thing, but once that player's downed, no one else should get points for that.
Maybe. It's hard for me because that's the only way we've known it.
But the thing, so you shoot a player, and you down him. You've used your skill and your game intelligence to get that down. Why do I deserve more points than a team kill for that? I've not done anything apart from risking my life and running over open ground like fucking Forrest Gump in Vietnam. Right, I've done nothing to contribute to that player being killed, and I do that stupid play to get taps. And what makes it worse is if you get that tap and then you get killed for trying to get it, you actually minus SR because of the redeploy fee. So you've made So you've made a stupid decision. You get a bullet in the arse like Forrest Gump, and that's all because of taps. It should just be eliminated. You should up team kills by 1. Lower assists by 1, so it evens it out, and once that player's downed, nobody else should get points for it. Even if you have to finish it for your teammate, apart from an assist like a team kill, you shouldn't get anything for it unless you did damage before they hit the ground.
So if I down someone and I'm saying get taps, you're not getting taps.
I mean, at this precise moment, then maybe, but
it's something you have to do at the moment.
But
do you know what I mean? Unless they change it.
But you'll notice I won't constantly. Well, you'll notice when we play that I won't consciously, is the word, not constantly, consciously go, oh, he's down to get your taps. I'll just finish them.
Yeah, but you're a very selfish player.
Fuck your taps, right? I don't think it should be in the game. That's my opinion. I like I said to you. Me as a player, I know I'll get to a certain place. That's my ability. I'm fine with that. Like, I'm not a fucking child. I don't need to be bumped up a rank to make myself feel better. I'll level out at a certain rank. That's as good as I am. I'm fine with that. Do you know what I mean? I'm a grown man. I can accept that I'm no better than that. I'll take my reward, which is my nice new skin. Thank you very much. Like, I don't need to. If as a team we play better and we level up, because we're playing more tactically, we're farming the kills, we're rotating in the zone properly, and all these other things we should do. And yes, we deserve to. But to put one bullet in someone that's laying on the ground, you don't deserve that. If you did that in the fucking in a real war zone, you get done for war crimes, mate. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's hard though, isn't it? I can understand what you mean when you're looking at other competitions, but rank play has been out 2 years now as such. I want to say 2 years, 2 seasons, or
coming up
game as such, whatever. Yeah. And that's the only way we've known it. And the thing is, once you get to a certain level, like obviously, ranking up, you don't need to get taps right at the beginning. It helps.
Yeah.
But obviously, once you start getting higher up, then you need those extra points.
But then, if you notice in the beginning, so at the beginning of this game, which was a new feature, you had challenges which you had to complete to get bonus SR. Did you see that? So it was like win a game, come top 5. I think it was 50 kills, 75 kills, 100 kills. That's how everyone ranked up through silver and gold so quickly.
Oh, okay. No, I didn't see that. I didn't see it at all.
So next time you go, you look at the rewards part. I'll show you later anyway. Basically, you had a list of challenges. Yours will, like mine, will be all completed, and there was probably like 100 SR for each challenge. Right. Which was extra. So if you come first in the game with X amount of kills, you'd get say 150 points just as a round figure, and then you completed a challenge which was win a game, you'd then get an additional 100 points. So that turned that game into a 250 game. Why not have rolling challenges? Do you know what I mean? So why didn't you have win 10 games and get an extra 200 SR? And do you know what I mean? So every now and again you're going to have a bonus SR for doing well. Rather than tapping, do you know what I mean? So like, what's a team kill? Team kill's like 3 points. Teammate kills.
No, it's 5, isn't it? Oh, teammate kills.
No, so your
assists. You mean?
Yeah, assists. Yeah.
It's 3, isn't it?
So 3. So and then if you get because you get a team kill as well, didn't you? You get team kills and you get assists.
So what's team kills? 5?
I'm sure that was 2. It's either 2 or 3. Do you know? I probably should have looked at this before we talked about it.
Yeah.
But basically, what I'm saying,
the main subject.
I'm sure that team kills, so teammate kills is like 2 and assists is like 3. You should just bump teammate kills up to 3, and then eradicate assists if it's afterwards. Do you know what I mean? So you get 3 for an assist and whatever. But only if you deal damage before they're downed, and then just have like rolling rewards. So once you hit 10 wins, you get bonus SR. Once you get, I don't know, X amount of kills. So every now and again, you will get an additional 100 SR but you're going to be completing the challenges as you go, rather than just a way to eradicate that taps thing. I hate it. That is my biggest thing in the game is the taps. The taps and the SR system. That is my only problem with the game. I love the map. I love the game mode. I love the way it plays. I think the lobbies are stable. I think the matchmaking is pretty good. We have, like you say, the odd lobby. My only real gripe with it is the SR system. It's like if you could be minus SR and win a game once you hit a certain level, and you can win a game and still be minus SR because of that redeployment fee. Surely, if you win the game, regardless of what your SR is, you at the very least you should be like plus 10 or even at 0. Like, you shouldn't lose SR for winning a game. Surely. Yeah. Unless you sat in a circle camping, then you deserve to lose all of it because you're a fucking bitch. Yeah. But do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's hard because I think that's the way I know it as it is. Does that make sense? So it's like, for me, that doesn't bother me as such. Yeah. But I can understand that you could be better. But yeah, that's for me. That's the way it was. It was always as soon as you get to those higher ranks, you need the kills.
Yeah, you need the kills.
Maybe. Yeah, and the assists to a certain degree,
which is fine on a bigger map because it's probably a lot sort of further away. But on a small map with multiple, how many times have we been third partied in the last couple of games? Like constant. Oh, God, yeah. Like if you're trying to get taps while trying to get kills and while trying to avoid being third partied, like it's just madness, isn't it?
Yeah. No, I understand it, but like it's I just you can't hardly get taps when you quit in sweaty lobbies anyway. Jesus Christ.
No.
It's just impossible because there's always someone there. For me, I think it just works. The only gripe I've got is you shouldn't be punished for winning the game.
No, 100%.
And it feels like you're being punished regardless. It just puts you in the top, whatever it is, of that rank. It just becomes over sweaty.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
So for me, it's like I'll play it up until that point. We'll have 2 games of like that, and I'm just switch it off now.
Yeah.
Because the enjoyment goes.
It's just not enjoyable.
Yeah.
I think at that time...
And people say, oh, you need to get better and things like that. And it's like you said, you have a certain level.
Yeah.
Accept that certain level, but then don't be punished for doing something great and getting you all up and hyped, and then you know full well what's coming.
Yeah.
And that is just, it's going to get sweaty. So the enjoyment goes straight away.
Yeah. Yeah, no, definitely. I think they can make some changes to that. I have actually seen something recently on the timeline about changes to SR and potential changes to TAP. So I'd like that to come in. I think like team kills and assists and stuff, they definitely need to be there, because if you're playing tactically, let's say I push a building, take all the first shots, and then you come in behind me, get the trades and get the kill. Yeah. I've entered the building first, done loads of damage, distracted the team, and then you've come in to get the kill. I still deserve a little bit of a reward for that, because I've played a vital part in that play. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just the after someone's down to taps thing. I think it's like you say, it's something that's been there. It's something everybody's used to. I just feel they need a way to eradicate it from the game, just to make it flow better. Just to make everybody play. I mean, if taps weren't in it, you would push more aggressively in every game, because you need them kills. Do you know what I mean? It's just a way to make people play more aggressively.
Do you think people like it though?
What,
bringing
taps?
It out and getting rid of taps?
They will fucking like it.
Because you say so.
Unless you're a fucking bitch, then you won't like it. But what I'm saying is it's just something we're used to. But once it's gone, you'll realise that you need to play better, you need to get more kills, you need to do more to get them points, as opposed to getting easy points by shooting someone that's on the ground, but doing it in a way like you're making a play that you'd never make in a million years. Like, can you imagine you down someone in like a tower? You're not gonna climb that tower to get the finish, are you?
No,
you're going to put a cluster on it or whatever. But in this game, if I down someone in a tower and go, oh, there's one down in a tower, you're probably going to climb that ladder to get your taps. Because you want them taps, especially if you go up a level, you're 100% going to climb that ladder for your taps.
But you need to be certain that you're going to go up there and get them taps to make sure no one's up there. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
you're not going to go running across somewhere. For me, I'm not going to go running across the map to get taps. If it's your life. If it's close by, right beside you, and the team's behind you, then you mark them up, taps all day long. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not going to down someone halfway across the map and go, he's there, get your taps.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that. Do you know what I mean? So I'm not even going to get the finish on that point. So.
Yeah, no, of course. So should we move on to the next subject? Because I'm just going to sit here moaning about taps all night. So, so ranked rewards.
To be honest, you ain't told you about tonight. I have literally paid no attention to it all, but I have now looked at it.
So,
and yeah, man, give me the skin.
So what frustrated me the most was that in the last games you get like the weapon camo was pretty good for whatever season. But apart from that, it was like vehicle skins and emblems and all that sort of stuff. It's just nobody fucking cares about that sort of stuff, do they?
Was it good enough? No. To be honest, do I run mine? No.
Yeah, so who runs the vehicle skins? Nobody.
No.
Who puts the emblems on? Nobody. Who puts the calling cards? Unless you're top 250, you're not putting your calling cards on, you're not putting your emblems on.
I think I might have put my diamond one on.
I think my ranked emblem I had on, which when I hit plat for about a week and then...
Yeah, I took mine off.
Took it straight off. But I think unless you're like right up there, iridescent top 250. You're not using that shit. Nobody fucking cares.
Yeah.
Now a skin, a weapon not a blueprint, a weapon skin, a weapon camo, or the skins that we've got in this season. Like fuck me, I want to get high as I can just to rock that skin because
it looks like good skin, doesn't it?
They look good. They look decent. It's something worth playing ranked for.
I didn't know we were getting skin, if I'm honest. Until you just told me to know, I didn't know, and I looked at it. I was like, "That's all right. I'll take that."
But it's got to be like a consistent thing though, because we get a skin in this season. Hopefully, next season we'll get a weapon camo, maybe. After that, when it goes back to fucking vehicle skins or emblems, oh fuck that shit. I don't even care about ranked at that point. You can have your fucking ranked back.
No, you won't. You'll still play it.
But I want something to play for, though. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
Like,
the thing is, for me, I didn't even know about the camo.
Yeah.
So I was still playing it because it's a reward at the end of a game. It makes you work harder as a team. Call outs are on point. That's what I all enjoy.
Yeah.
So now there's a skin involved I didn't even know about.
Yeah.
I'm really happy.
You're going to push even more for that sort of diamond crimson rank, aren't you?
Yeah. I
think they're good. I think they need to keep that sort of thing in. Surely it's not that hard to design a skin. Or just change a few colours. Or I actually think there's skins they come out with. I actually think there's 4 skins for each rank, if I'm not mistaken.
Is there?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, you're just chucking in the mix now. Why didn't you tell me this earlier on?
Well, you have to go and look. I thought you would have done your research on it. You don't care about the rewards, really, do you?
Just playing rank's nice. And like I said to you, forget about all the rewards, forget everything that you get for it. Playing the game, having that competitive side of it is me. It's just that point of winning a game, for the rest of the night, it's going to be absolutely shocking.
Yeah.
Everyone's going to have the ump. Everyone's going to start losing the comms because it's a bit... We're not going to win, or we're not going to have a chance. It all goes downhill. Does that make sense? Everyone out there has surely experienced that and is experiencing it right now. When this pod goes out, you will be like, yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Surely, because that's exactly what it's like.
Yeah.
Or you're just going to sit there and go, no, I'm too good for that, which is a load of crap.
It's sort of like a false sense of security, isn't it? Like you load up a game, you drop 8 kills, 9 kills, maybe even 10 kills. You get a win or a top 3, and you're like, fuck me, I feel good tonight. You have a couple more games, and they're sort of similar. And then after a while, it's like you literally just get fucking fisted by the whole lobby.
Maybe we need to start resetting
for the rest of the night. Do you know what I mean? And it's sort of like it lures you in to say, oh yeah, you can have some good games. And then after a while, it's like, yeah, fuck you. Like you put them back in your normal lobbies and get fucked on every day.
Yeah, and that's the way it shouldn't be like. You know full well something's going on in the background because it goes from good games, and when I mean good games, I don't mean easy games. They are easier than the ones we get put in at the end, but at the same time, you're in games where everyone seems to be around that level. You die a bit, you kill a bit, and then you go in from having a couple of seconds to winning a good, having some good games, and then there's a switch over, and you know full well that it's like you're playing with top diamonds or whatever. You're in that sweat fest, and it's like, what do? You want to camp and sit there for a game? No, I don't want to sit there and camp for a whole game. I want to go out, I want to shoot some people and play as a team. But it's like, if you do have a chance against one team, there's another 4 teams behind you.
Yeah.
So it just changes.
Yeah, no, again, when we was playing the other night, we dropped in and there was 2 diamond players dropped straight on me and didn't miss a single shot. And you just kind of think, all right, you're not a million miles away from where we are in terms of level, but it just seemed, like you say, that gear change just happened so quickly. Well, just one other thing. Obviously, we had suspicions the other day of cheaters in our lobby. Now, I've seen a hell of a lot about people cheating. It's something... You've got this competitive game mode, and all of a sudden you've got all these people cheating in the games. Now, I didn't clip it up, but I will do. But basically, when we was playing the other day, a guy pretty much tracked me completely through a wall, and as soon as I came into view, he locked onto me and just hit me with all headshots. Now, I looked at the clip, and every single shot was a headshot after tracking me through a wall. Now, that for me is clearly cheating.
See, you saying that, obviously I've had a couple of games of quads Vondel tonight just to get me fingers moving for later on. But there was one game, I don't shout out cheaters that often.
Yeah.
And I was coming up the stairs while he was on the roof on the other side of the building, and he was looking down as if I was down that way. And as I came to the top, he's followed me all the way to the top, and as I come out the door, he's hit every single headshot. So for me, that's cheating.
Yeah.
He's got walls. He's got aimbot on. Do I think? I think at the moment, I think there's a lot of things that you see, and I think it's the servers partly. Like it's just when you watch the replay back, it's a bit like it could be the servers. It didn't look like that on my screen. I don't know. It's hard to judge, but I think if there's enough of you that report a player, I think that's what kicks them now.
Yeah.
More than being ricocheted.
You say that. I come across cheaters when I was playing with a couple of other people. Came across a clear cheater,
Right.
and we literally sat there spam reporting him till the end of the game, and his team won the game, and he didn't get kicked at all. But it was obvious. It was like really obvious.
Yeah.
So we was just sitting there like spam reporting him, and it just nothing. Maybe it was the spam reporting that counteracted it, but you would have thought he would have been kicked.
It's hard. There's definitely less currently, than before. Do you know what I mean? You know how bad it was before at the end of a dance and going into.
I don't know. I'd see a clip that FIFA posted earlier. Basically, someone's got an SMG out or an AR shooting him, but he's not shooting bullets. He's shooting rockets at AR pace. Honestly, go on your Twitter, go and look at FIFA Kills clip. It is insane. Honestly, he's basically got his AR out. He's shooting FIFA, but he's not shooting bullets. He's shooting actual rockets.
Was that on X?
Yeah, it's mental. Honestly,
I'll have a look after this.
Yeah, it's mental. So it is still very much in the game.
I think sometimes I get down very quick, instantly. I start thinking, is that real? Do you know what I mean? I can't just get fed up with it now. It's like we can shout out cheaters all the time, and you don't know for sure. The only time that I think personally is when you see someone following you through a wall, a building. For me, that's cheating, and he hasn't come off me until I come out of a doorway, around a corner. I always watch that bit. If that bit is tracking me, then I think he's cheating. I don't think he's heard me, or I understand footsteps so you can follow someone, but then to be instantly on me and to go down so quick, it's all too much. Do you know what I mean? Together, it feels like that person is cheating.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
Footsteps are a different thing on this. It's like sometimes you can hear them, sometimes you can't.
Yeah, they've got to find a way to deal with it. It just makes the game, again, it's another thing that just makes it unenjoyable. Yeah. So,
but you
go on.
Cheaters are going to be cheaters.
Yeah.
I don't think you're ever going to eradicate them.
Yeah, no. I see someone discussing it earlier, and I thought it's sort of like a game of cops and robbers, isn't it? And no matter how many police you got in the street, you never eradicate crime. So what makes you think that anti-cheats are going to get rid of cheaters? It's just an impossible battle. Every time they create something, there's something else created to counter it. So yeah. So one other thing I wanted to say actually is, so we've got ranked resurgence. Do you think we're going to get ranked BR? Do you think we're going to get both? Do you think they're going to chop it, change it?
I don't think we're going to. I've not seen anything about it. I obviously watch TikToks and things like that, but I think TikTok's a lot of clickbait. But I don't think it's going to happen. What are we on? We're on February. How many months we got till the new one comes out?
Well, we didn't
7 months.
We didn't get ranked last year till April or May.
Then maybe. But I'm enjoying this at the moment. If it comes out, it'll be an extra added bonus because I'll be definitely Battle Royale ranked. Yeah. But for the time being, I'm enjoying this. I can't complain. Like I said to you in one of the other streams, I said, or was it the previous podcast? I didn't like Fortune's Keep. I absolutely hated it. So obviously I'm still playing it, so I can't say I'm hating it. It is growing on me, and I'm enjoying it. And if that's part of the SR, part of the ranked, it probably is. like, if rank wasn't out, would I be playing it? Possibly. I might give it a go. Do you know what I mean?
I think we'll definitely get a big map ranked. It's just whether we keep Resurgence ranked as well, or whether they'll sort of like chop and change them. Maybe I don't know.
Have you seen anything about Battle Royale?
I haven't, but I'll be really surprised if they didn't bring it out, because as much as you've got all like the top players that are grinding the Resurgence ranked, like they all want the BR ranked. Do you know what I mean? They want Big Mac ranked. They're only playing this because there isn't anything else competitive to play. But none of them want to be grinding Fortune's Keep. They all want to be on Urzikstan getting ranks on there. So I'd be really shocked if they didn't bring it out. I would say it's probably certain that they will, but my sort of question is whether they'll keep this one or just completely make the switch from Resurgence ranked into BR ranked, or keep both.
When's Rebirth coming out? The middle of the year.
I don't know. So I've seen a lot of rumours. I've seen season 3. I've seen the summer. But I mean, you got to think we've only got we've got October, sort of November, and then the new game comes out. So
exactly,
it just depends what they're going to do with Warzone into the new game, whether they bring it out sort of really late in the year, and then so I don't know if you remember, but when Caldera launched, sort of there was sort of like a transition period where Verdansk disappeared, but Rebirth was still playable. Rebirth Island was still very much playable,
but not for long though, was it?
Yeah, it was introduced at the end of Verdansk, and it was all the way through Caldera.
Oh, was it?
All the way through to Caldera until sort of the end when they brought out Fortune's Keep. And that was when
I can't remember that.
And that was when
too old, mate, to remember all this shit.
And that was when Rebirth disappeared. So what I think is that they'll probably bring it out later in the year, and it will transition over to the new game. So there'll be that period where Urzikstan goes offline, Fortune's Keep, who knows, but you'll have Resurgence. The Resurgence map will be Rebirth carrying into the new game. That's what I think. It would make sense because Rebirth and Verdansk sort of ran in line. So
yeah, true.
With that coming back, will they just bring back that sort of full old school like experience of Verdansk and Rebirth?
So do you think this is all transitioning into Verdansk? It's not going to be a brand new game. It's going to transition over.
Yeah, so it will be a new game, as in, so the base game, the multiplayer will be new. It's meant to be sort of Cold War themed, from what I've seen.
Oh god.
So obviously,
like Cold War.
So the multiplayer will be brand new. Obviously, the story mode is going to be brand new, and it's just that Warzone element that you don't really know. But I just think they're just going to transition it straight into Verdansk. That's going to
make people pay another 50 quid.
That's going to be our BR for the year.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's fine.
Game, guns. You have to buy the game, rank the guns up into Verdansk that we had like 3 years ago.
And we'll still do it though, regardless.
Oh god, yeah.
We'll moan about it, but we'll still.
I am so excited about Verdansk coming back, man.
I am, but I just don't think it's going to play the same. Everyone's.
Don't be a downer,
Samo. Well, I'm not being a downer, right? I'm being a realist, right? So, like I've said this a million times before. When Verdansk launched, you only had two categories of people. When it first launched, people that played a lot of Call of Duty multiplayer, maybe Blackout, and they were decent at the game. The other half were all fucking shit, right? So you had all these people running around dropping high kill games all through, all the dads were at home and whatnot, so everyone was online, everyone was loving it through lockdown, and everyone was dropping big kill games because, I don't know, 60% of the player base were absolute dog shit. Like that's a fact. You think now we're 4 years later, and like me as an example, I was at the beginning of Verdansk, I was terrible. Now I'm okay. Do you know what I mean? So in that 4 years' time, all them people that were getting shit on and were absolute bots are now decent players or okay players. All the people that were really good are now fucking good. Do you know what I mean? So everybody's better than what they was in Verdansk. No matter who you are, every single player that played in Verdansk now, the majority of them that have all carried on playing through the war zones are all better than what they was then. And the game will not play the same. I guarantee it.
You're still listen to me. People said to me, "What do you think of the map? How do you think this is the best game that's come out so far?" I said, "Give me 5 months and I'll tell you."
Yeah.
I'm still looking forward to Verdansk coming out.
I am, because
that says a lot. But the thing is, you say that everyone's got better, but there's still a new generation, and there'll always be new generations coming along of them people that aren't so good and are good. Do you get what I mean? So there'll be new players on Verdansk again. Yeah. And yes, you're right. People have obviously got the battle royale mentality now. They understand how it works. They've definitely got better, but you still get a new generation of good players and not so good players. So for me, if I'm still looking forward to Verdansk coming out, does that say to me that this is the best map? No, I don't think it does.
But then I would urge you to do the same thing you've done with this one. Wait to play Verdansk for a few months and then voice your opinion. Because
I will, yeah, 100%. Because I always do.
Verdansk as a map, I loved it. I thought it was a great map. It played well.
It was ruined by the cheaters. That for me ruined it.
It had its ups and its downs. I think a lot of what people based their sort of opinion on Verdansk from is their memories from that map. And again, like I say, at the time that you played it and the way the lobbies played made it fun and enjoyable. I think everything that you're looking forward to, you're perfectly right, like with with your opinions, and I'm 100% in agreement. The one thing I think that's going to make it not as good is I don't think it will play the same as what it did. And I think that's going to be a big point that people don't really realise until they play it.
I think also a lot of people say it was through lockdown.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? So that's why it was really good at the memories. But yeah. I'm looking through it all, and I'm looking at this map, and this map isn't bad. Do you know what I mean? I enjoy this. I enjoy this battle royale. Don't get me wrong. But you already know it, kind of. You know the layout. So if that's the case, then you already know it's another map. Do you know what I mean? But it's not. I thought rotation. I love rotation on that map. The rotation on that was good, and this map is also good. Alright, but we're going back 3 years ago when there's always going to be hiccups on a game that comes out like that. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, it should be, and they fix them. We're at third year, and they're making the same mistakes.
But they're fixing them quicker.
But they shouldn't be having the mistakes.
But then again, this is a subject we've been on before, and I'm adamant that every time you change the map, you're writing out coding, you're doing designing, it's technical.
Agreed.
There's always going to be mistakes in there, regardless. But
did someone test it before it comes out?
Yeah, but then I've looked at coding within a game. Something I was looking at.
It's mental.
It's so technical. Like you've got to take your hat off to them, because I have no idea how they find these problems. But one thing I think of is, let's say we get to the end of this map, they finally ironed out all of them little problems within that coding, within the game design, however they fix it. You've now built a whole new map. You've got to then start that process all over again. Do you know what I mean? Which is why I've always said, you have a good map, whatever it is, whether it's Al-Mazrah, Urzikstan, Verdansk, whatever it is, and you just keep that one map. You're eradicating these problems, and by the end of the year, when the new game comes out, rather than a whole new designed map with more fucking problems, just make major changes within that map. It's surely that's going to give you less problems, and then you're not going to have to spend a year fault finding and being reactive with your game designing by having to go and find problems. You've already fixed them. You've spent the last year fixing them. Now the game's brilliant. Right, what can we do to mix it up? Let's say Verdansk as an example. You bomb this part of the map, you make this part unplayable, you put water there, you put snow there, like whatever it is, you just make major changes within that map every so sort of couple of months or whatever it needs to be, and then you're not going to keep having them problems. Do you see what I mean?
I understand what you mean, but I don't agree.
It makes sense
because they're a £1 billion company. Don't tell me they've got code writers of. Do you know what I mean? It's like they've got kids in there writing the codes. I know the codes are difficult, but they're not learning. Do you understand? Jesus Christ! What happens to that massive update we had?
Yeah.
It fucked the whole game up. I'm sorry, you can't send out a game and then no one can play it for the whole 12 hours or whatever it was.
Yeah.
I know they're going to say, oh, well, that part of the game is 3. But the thing is, we've already paid for the game. They've already got all their money before this. And it's like, you can't keep cocking up.
Yeah.
Do you understand? I know there's going to be mistakes. But it's like, these mistakes we've had before. Even now, you walk around the back rail map and there's a floating door.
Yeah. Yeah, though, I know. Yeah.
That coding for that, whatever that is, delete it. Get rid of the fucking door. Wherever the doors come from of a building, delete it.
Yeah.
It's like there's just so many issues within this game. For me, the dance was ruined by cheaters.
Yeah.
It was unplayable by the end because every level you jumped into, there was a cheater. And then if you're really unlucky, there'd be 4 or 5 teams cheating. Do you know what I mean? And that's what ruined it for me. Everything up when it first came out, you had problems. You went round them, you moved around them, just like we're still moving around them now. But there's something there that's like, oh, come on, I can't wait for it to come out. Yeah, it might not be enjoyable as much, and I will give it time to obviously iron out whatever they need to iron out and give it time. For me, people that come and go, this is the best map after a day, this is the best game. For me, that winds me up because it's like, well, give it a chance.
Give it a go.
They haven't fucked up yet, do you know what I mean? Because they will fuck up.
Yeah.
So, yeah, anyway, we're getting off. We're going back. But that's not out yet. We're going to talk about another podcast.
We can talk about that when it gets announced.
Yeah.
So
right. So we're on the last subject.
We're on the last subject.
Bit, Samo.
Yeah. Go on.
Yes.
Go.
So I've lost my notepad. Hang on. Gun changes, Samo. I know you've got some trick up your sleeve. You're going to pull out.
I have.
Fancy.
Go on. You talk about it, and I'll pull my trick out in a minute.
So obviously gun changes. Good, bad, even.
Do you know what? I have to say, I've enjoyed the fact that we've had so many changes in the meta.
Right. Okay.
Because you think from the launch of the game, we had sort of like the burst fire guns, we've had the pull me up, we've had even though it was broken, the MTZ or whatever it was.
Yeah. Single fire.
We've had so many different guns that have been meta. Yeah. I think it's good. Like, it's good to have a new gun. Like I'm jumping back into multiplayer to rank guns up that I've never ranked up because that's meta now. So it's good to have that change, using something new that like feels different.
Yeah, agreed.
I think they've done so well with it, and like the majority of the guns that they've brought in, like I've enjoyed using them. Like, it's nice to use all these different styles of gun. Like, one minute you've got an AR, the next you're using an iron sight build on an AR, or then you've got an LMG or a burst fire. Like, there's so much variety in the meta since they've launched. I think they've done so well with it. Like, really, like, this is what they needed to do. Like, I'm really impressed by it, honestly. Well,
I've only found the gun recently. I've just found my gun since the update, which is the MTZ, the 30 round 7.62, is it?
Mate, go and check my VODs. I was using it weeks ago and everyone laughed at me. I'm telling you.
Oh, I love it. The 30 round is a bit of a downer. I didn't want to play out on Fortune's Keep because obviously 30 rounds. But for them long shots, I love it.
Yeah.
I'm running around my MR. Like, I'm not even happy with my MR9 at the moment. I don't know what SMG to use. I'll use it and it'll be really good, and then I'm getting absolutely pained with it. I don't know. I'm not 100% happy. But the MTZ 7.62, even though it's got 30 rounds, I found my AR.
Yeah.
Or I found my long range gun. I absolutely love it. So and I only found it out a couple of days ago.
Yeah. So I'm going to use this opportunity to switch windows. So here we go. I've actually got.
Here we go.
So what's the build? Do you know off the top of your head the build you're using for the MTZ?
Oh God! Don't put me on the spot like that on the pod. So it is. It's not exactly. Let me have a little look here.
So this one I got up on this app Community, if you don't use it, this is not a sponsored link to Community. I'll make that very clear. I generally use this all the time. I've got the app on my phone, and it gives you the meta builds. There is another website I will talk about, but I'm going to actually talk about that in the next pod. But this is the one this is my go-to. So if you look on here, so we talk about the MTZ762. So this gives you the supposed meta loadout for the MTZ762. So on here it's got the VT7 Spitfire suppressor, the MTZ Precision Blackthorn barrel,
Use it.
the Eagle Eye 2.5 optic,
Use it.
the EXF close quarters assault stock, and the 30 round mag. Now, what have you got on yours? Have you got the?
I've got a 30 round mag, but I think I've got the underbarrel. I've got the Bruin Heavy.
Bruin Heavy. So that's what I was going to say. That I don't use the stock. I use the Bruin Heavy. I feel like it gives you better recoil control.
Yeah.
Now, when I look at meta guns, I always look at sort of two kind of categories. So you've got sort of like the more skillful gun, which the gun that takes a little bit more skill to use. This is it. The MTZ762 is what I would say is the better gun, but you need to be more skilled to use it. Now, the reason I say that, it's got slightly more recoil than the other meta gun that I'm going to talk about in a minute, and it's got the 30 round mag, so you have to hit your shots. You can't afford to be missing your shots.
No.
So again, like I say, I put them in two kind of categories. That's the kind of more skillful, and this is what I like. So there's options within the meta. Like we've not really had that. It's always one gun, one AR or one LMG, and then one sort of SMG. Like you said, MTZ762. Talk about it. Tell me how you feel. Like what it feels like.
I love it. I hit all my shots with that gun. I could take another gun, and I'm just not happy with it. Like obviously, I used to love the RAM. I'm not happy with the RAM at the moment. I don't know what it is. I use the RAM and I'm just not hitting any shots. Not my long range shots. Like normally running around Fortune's Keep, you're using your SMG mainly anyway. But for them long range shots, hitting out the skies, I'm just not hitting them with RAM. I wasn't happy. And then I got told about the MT762 and they kept on saying it's only 30 rounds, so it put me off. But then I thought, you know what? I'm having a terrible night with the RAM. Let's go to MT762. And it changed my whole night.
Yeah.
Literally, I was hitting all my shots. I was downing people. I was over the moon with it.
Yeah.
So, like, for me, yeah, it is recoily. And yes, you do need to hit your shots. But it hits long range.
Yeah. See, I was using this, a week, 2 weeks ago. I had no optic on it. I had the Bruin under barrel, heavy support grip under barrel, and instead of the optic I was using high grain rounds, so it was iron sights, high grain rounds, and I'm telling you now, it fucking shreds. Like if this gun was out when Rebirth Island comes out, I would use that iron sight build and I would probably drop my PR. That's how good it was. It doesn't really work with iron sights in Fortune's Keep. I mean, if you're playing like a Sheikah, maybe it would work, or the smaller resurgence. It works, but it's enjoyable to use. I've got a build for it. It is good. The 30 round mag for me, because my aim's terrible, isn't great. It isn't great. But it's a fun gun to use, and it's nice to have so much variety. Now, obviously, the Ram 7 is still very much in contention, but I don't think I'll use it again, just because, like you say, you've got the MTZ762 and my favourite gun to use at the moment, the TAC Evolver LMG. The build for that, this is different to what I use actually. This one's got the Spitfire suppressor, the LRF Righteous long barrel, which I use both of those. The Eagle Eye optic, I use that. Rampart heavy stock, I use that. But it's got the Kimara RYN03 vertical grip. I don't use that one. Have
you tried it?
I've not tried that one.
There's a lot of people using it.
I'll switch it out. The one that I was using, hang on, I need to do a little bit of cross research here because I can't get my loadouts up for some reason. My one has got on it the Bruin Pivot vertical grip. That's the one that I use.
Right.
And what I like about this gun, obviously, it actually has had a bit of a nerf. I don't know if you knew about that. It's had a little bit of a damage nerf and something else. I can't remember what it was, but I think it's all nerfed around damage. But it's got a standard 100-round mag on it, so that's one attachment slot that you don't have to worry about because you've got 100 rounds. And they had to nerf it because it was so overpowered. For 100 rounds, you could just wipe a team without even blinking because you've got so many rounds, and the recoil on it is literally non-existent. So like I say, you've got the 7.62, the more skilled player, go for the 7.62 because, you know, it's that for damage, it's just so good.
I absolutely love it.
And then, you know, anyone that wants a gun with more bullets and less recoil, go for the TAC Evolver. I still think that, my opinion, I would still say the Evolver is the meta over the 7.62. But again, like I say, there's another thing I want to talk about in the next pod. There's a website called sim.gg, and you can literally compare every single gun. You can look at the time to kill and all that sort of stuff. So you can put these builds in, you can compare them, so you can actually see, like, on paper what is actually better. So, but yeah.
SMG. Still about SMGs.
SMG. So what are you using? The AMR9.
AMR9, yeah.
So according to this, AMR9 isn't actually meta. So this has a couple of categories. It has absolute meta, which is what you should be using, and then below that is meta, which is just the guns that will be in contention but not quite there. Yeah. So the AMR9 has dropped out of the absolute meta. You've got the RAM 9. Have you used it?
Yeah, I've not ranked up. No.
It's good.
I need to rank it up.
It's good. I feel like it's got a really good fire rate.
Right.
It sort of reminds me a little bit of the Fennec from Warzone 2 with the fire rate.
Right, okay. They're on ground loot, aren't they?
Yeah, you can get them on ground loot, yeah.
Yeah, I've picked up ground loot, yeah. That's fine. I've used it.
I just don't feel like it hits. As much as it's got that higher fire rate, it just doesn't kill as quick as what you'd expect it to.
Yeah.
But it's good.
I haven't used it, so I can't generally. I like the AMR9 because I've normally got that out most of the time. It's okay mid-range to short range. I don't think it's as quick as the HMR9, but I believe it's the mid-range. It's better than the HMR9 to me.
Yeah.
But like I said, I swap and change around with the SMG at the moment. I like it when I'm running around to have it in, knowing full well that I can hit someone mid-range to short range, and it will still do a lot of damage mid to close, obviously, and then use the MTZ for the longest range. Yeah, and take people out of the sky, really.
But so the RAM 9 is worth trying. I've used it. Yeah, it's pretty good.
I think I started ranking it up on multi, but then multi's boring. So
yeah, it's definitely worth ranking up. I mean, this build on it's got the compensated flash hider muzzle, armistice light barrel, Hunker 5 stock pad, DR6 hand stop, under barrel, and a 50-round mag. So it's pretty standard SMG build. It's good. Yeah, it's good. The build I've got is a little bit different to that, but it's definitely worth trying. Yeah, it's apparently, according to some places, the best SMG in the game. I don't know if I'd go that far, but yeah, no, I
might have to go back to trying the HMR9 because I used to love that gun.
So HMR9 then is what I use. I don't really feel there's another gun in the game SMG wise that matches it. Yeah. For me, I think the way it feels is just great. It's so good. The build on here is the LR4 flash hider, which I've got, the Fawn 90 barrel, the folding stock, DR6 hand stop, and 50-round drum. Now, I actually dropped off the stock and put on high grade rounds. Right. Just bumps up the damage a bit. Not sure if it's better or worse.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's definitely. I think HMR9 is the best gun, the best SMG in the game.
I'll give it another whirl after the pod. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So I don't know if I never put any like ammunition wise, I don't ever put anything on because I don't think that makes so much of a difference. Does that make sense to me anyway?
I think
I've never really used it.
I think it bumps up the damage a bit, but I think it also with some of them it sort of adjusts the fire rate as well.
Right. Okay.
It's kind of like add this on for more damage, and then it lowers the fire rate to level out the damage. It's kind of like a pointless attachment sometimes, but then again, sometimes it works. It's just playing around with it. But again, this is why I want to. I've said it a couple of times now, but I'm going to say it again, that this sim.gg, you can literally spend time swapping in and out the attachments and seeing how it impacts the time to kill. It's such a good website, honestly. And you could take the meta build off here, change one attachment, and it'll lower the time to kill by like 100 milliseconds. So just because certain places say that that's the best gun and that's the best build for it, doesn't always make it true. But yeah, no, it's definitely the best SMG in the game, in my opinion. Anyway.
Yeah, I'll give it another whirl because it was mine. I just feel like for that mid range. Unfortunately, you've got your SMG out all the bloody time anyway. That's the trouble.
Yeah.
So for me to whip out an MTZ 762 with 30 rounds in it, and you're coming on a team of 2 or 3, do you know what I mean? It's it becomes slow.
Yeah.
And it obviously, for me anyway.
Yeah.
So
yes. No, 100%. So general thoughts then across the game. So for me, ranked play's good. Like the changes on the map for Fortune's Keep. Definitely need to adjust the SR system, get rid of taps and all the other crap and cheese in the game. Rewards are good. Definitely need to keep them coming. Yep. Give us something to grind for. You know, everyone's finished with the camo challenges now. Bring in ranked camo challenges, or just something to make people like, oh, I really want to do that. That looks good. I want that. You know, that sort of stuff is an addition to your rank that makes you want to progress through.
Yep.
And keep the meta changes coming. It just makes the game refreshing.
Yep.
It makes the game feel good. It gives it a bit of a change, and it gives us something else to play with. Do you know what I mean? It gives us a different dynamic to the game. Like, you go from running a heavy LMG that takes ages to reload to the next season you're running a really quick AR that you can change.
Agreed. I think.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think make ARs more popular.
Yeah.
There's a lot of LMGs, do you know what I mean, that have been floating around that have been meta. So yes, it's meta changes, brilliant. Ranked, brilliant. Map growing on me. Stop punishing us for winning games. My only gripe, that's all I'm going to moan about. Just stop punishing us. All right, let us enjoy the games. I'm not asking you to put us in easy lobbies. I'm really not. I'm asking you to put us in competitive lobbies, but don't put us in fucking the most highest, sweatiest lobbies after a winning game.
Yeah, definitely.
Because what you're going to do is you win a game, go bed. You want us to play your games.
Yeah.
So stop punishing us. Same as pubs. Win a game, you're in sweat lobbies. Stop punishing us.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? A lot of people are going to say get better. It's not a matter of getting better. I'm an okay player. I want to be an okay player. I don't want to be in the lower part. I don't want to be in the higher part. I want to be in the okay part. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah,
simple.
No, definitely.
My moment's over. I'm done. Bye.
Good. Mic drop. I'm out.
Yeah. That is literally it for me. So
no, good. And I'm glad you said the map's growing on you, because I told you in the last pod that Fortune's Keep was a good map.
Whoa.
It
is growing on me.
You heard it.
Ranked is the main part of it. So
Dave loves Fortune's Keep. You heard it here. Good. Right. Let's wrap it up there. We'll look at dates, hopefully 2 weeks' time, and we are going to go live on the YouTube this time because it's all fixed. I managed to sort it, so we haven't got problems there. So we can go live, do it all live, and get everybody involved with it. So
everyone have a good couple of weeks.
Yep.
And you'll catch us again. Simple as that.
Yeah.
Keeping on schedule. Obviously, we had a few things, and it might change again. But obviously, we're going to keep it on every 2 weeks.
Yeah, definitely. So, yes, as I always say at the end of every pod, UK Bad Boys on Twitch, Samo on Twitch, same on Twitter. the YouTube page, Warzone Wednesday podcast. If you want to check my personal YouTube page out, again, Samo388, just go and support us on the socials, drop by the streams, have a chat. And if you get to this point in the video and you're still watching, thank you. Appreciate everybody watching the pod. Comment in the section below, give it the thumbs up, and subscribe to the page. And we will see you in the next one.